synthetic voices have had kind of a renaissance. And Rupal, you and I have talked about this many times that, frankly, the synthetic voices were always an and. It was like voice assistants and synthetic voices, different types of digital media and synthetic voices. But then all of a sudden this year, I started seeing some use cases where synthetic voices were the story. What are your thoughts?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it almost feels like we've been waiting for this. I mean, we've been talking about this forever. And every year I feel like I say, oh, we're that much closer to it. We're that much closer to it. And this year it sort of got so close, that tipping point where it's like, okay, now there's this confusion between, is it actually that person speaking, or is it their voice clone, or is it their voice clone singing, or whatever it may be, right? And I think that's partly the technology's gotten better, partly it's people's expectations of what a voice does, and how it emotes and how it speaks have changed. And I think people are a little bit more accepting of it in terms of the use cases of how we want to use synthetic voice, and for what purposes. It's not scary anymore. It's more, oh, it needs to have a voice and it can't be the same old voice. I think that changed this year. I don't feel like it was there before. I think people were just thinking, well, it speaks, right? And I think this year is the first year I'm feeling like people are asking for, well, it needs to speak like that person. It can't look like that person, but then speak like every other speaking device. And I think because the virtual avatars and the virtual world started also coming in, that's when we started thinking, well, they all look different. Why do they all speak the same? So to me, I feel like that it's interesting. It took that for our imaginations to think about voice. Whereas I feel like voice it's so much more primal, but it took, I guess, seeing it to then say, okay, well, the voices can't be the same as well.